Alright, so in this video we're checking out the GODOX Cube C. It's another 2.4 gigahertz wireless microphone system, and this one here is for smartphones and for regular like cameras with a 3.5mm audio jack. I want to get this out of the box really quick here, and I'm going to switch the microphone that's on my camera right now with the one that's in here so you can get more samples of what the audio sounds like. Okay, so in the box you get everything in this nice little carrying case. You get a user's manual and you get some stickers for the transmitter. Alright, so there's a bunch of accessories here. We'll get to that here momentarily. Here is the actual system itself. Comes in a charging case, charges via USB-C, and inside here we've got your two transmitters and your receiver. And here is what they look like. So it's 7 grams for the transmitter, has a little magnetic mount here on the bottom, and it automatically is paired up. You can see it's got a green light, powers on and pairs up right away. You can see the other one is flashing because it is powered off in the case, and it means that it's charging via that blue light. And that's all you get in the case. Here is a charging case. It has a battery inside. The transmitter and receiver batteries will last 10 hours. With the charging case, which you can charge these up to 3 times, it's 40 hours total of power on time, and the charging case the whole system takes about an hour and a half to charge from empty to full. Here is what the receiver looks like for the camera. You can also charge it via USB-C. Also, this can be plugged into a laptop or a PC via your USB-C port, and it will show up as the Cube C microphone. You can use it as a USB microphone, and what I'm going to be testing on here is on my Sony camera here, and it just uses the cold shoe, just clips in like this, or you can clip it onto some other part of the camera. It does have that 3.5mm output jack here. We'll plug that here in a second. There's a little power button here to turn on and off. If it's in the case, it'll auto off when you put it in and turn back automatically when you pull it out. And you can press that button to turn on noise reduction, or you can press the button on the transmitter to turn on noise reduction, and when you do that, the lights will turn orange. That means noise reduction is turned on. You do have a couple buttons here up on top to control the audio level, so there's 2 out of 3 here. And then this button here is for the safety track. If you want to record one of the channels as a lower, I think it's 6 dBs lower, so you can avoid those blowouts in the audio. And then you have a mute button here. These are the pins for charging inside the charging case. So I'm going to go and pop this on the camera now, and then you'll get to hear what the audio sounds like on this transmitter and this microphone compared to my standard camera microphone. Okay, so I just moved the cable over from my standard camera microphone to the GODOX receiver, and I have the other transmitter clipped to my shirt, which obviously is off camera, you can't see it, but I'm going to leave this over here to the side, and it's kind of out of the way. But yeah, I'm just letting you know that the audio you're hearing now is from the GODOX system. Now, if you're kind of wondering if you've seen this before, it's because I have reviewed their Cube SC about 10 months ago. It was like September of last year, and this is what that looks like. I still use it. Came in this nice charging case. The transmitters are exactly the same as far as I can tell, and this one came with a USB-C for Android phones, and I think the latest iPhones, but not the lightning adapter. So you've heard the audio from this transmitter, this microphone system previously. I actually heard about this coming, or the new one for the camera, the Cube C. I actually heard about this when I posted this video, and I was kind of wondering what took so long. I'm not sure exactly why it took so long to get this, but yeah, it took a while. It has been out, I think, for 4 or 5 months now, and it just took me a while for them to get them to send it to me. But in terms of the specs of the microphone system itself, it's the same. So it's 48 kilohertz, 24-bit sampling. It's 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, and it's got the same signal to noise ratio. Now, for the rest of the stuff that comes in this nice carrying case, this combo that I have here is the Combo Kit 2. They do also include the USB-C receiver for your smartphones. I don't believe the Lightning one is included. You have to buy that separately. So If you're going to be using the system for your smartphones and cameras, then this is probably the better one to get. If you are just primarily going to be using this system for your smartphones, obviously you just need the SD, the one I just showed you that I reviewed 10 months ago. That includes this receiver, and obviously the camera receiver isn't going to do you any good. So just the difference between the two, but in terms of the audio quality and the specs and everything, it's exactly the same. You get a bunch of cables. Okay, so here's a bunch of stuff that came here. There's some accessories. This is a USB-C to Lightning data adapter. So for those of you that have iPhones with Lightning ports, this is going to come in handy for you guys. You get a USB-C to USB-A cable. This is for charging and also connecting it to your laptops or PCs for the receiver if you want to use the system as a microphone for your PC or laptop. You get a couple of these necklace, or I guess not necklace. They basically go on your neck as a necklace, and they're magnets, so they're pretty strong magnets. The same ones that are on the back, and you can then put this on your neck, attach the microphone to this instead if you want to put this hanging on your neck instead of connecting to your shirt, for example. And your standard 3.5mm TRS-2 TRS cable. Get a couple of these clip-on magnets, so if you don't want to use the built-in magnet here for putting on your shirt, if you want something like clipping it to a hat, you can use this instead, and then you can then clip this onto some hat or some other piece of clothing. And last but not least, you do get two of these wind muffs that go onto the microphone. So if you're in a windy environment, you want to put this on so you don't get that noise, or you can turn on the noise reduction. So again, all the audio that you've heard from that point where I switched over the system to the receiver has been from this GODOX microphone. If you want to hear what it sounds like from a smartphone, I would highly encourage you to watch the video on the GODOX Cube SC that I posted 10 months ago. I will link that in the video description. But now I'm going to give you some samples from a different camera. This next part of the video is going to be from it's my DJI Osmo Pocket, and I have an audio adapter for a 3.5mm cable, and you'll see that on that camera. So it might be a little bit different from this camera. So I do know that the digital to audio conversion on the cameras are a little bit different from brand to brand. So DJI versus Sony versus Panasonic versus Canon might have slightly different audio characteristics. So if you notice anything significantly different between the Sony camera here and this next section will be the DJI Osmo Pocket, yeah, let me know in the comments below, but go ahead and take you to the next section here and you can hear what it sounds like on the outside with also some noise reduction. Alright, so this is an audio sample from the GODOX Cube C with the camera receiver on the DJI Osmo Pocket. And noise reduction is turned off right now. There's a jet going by in the background there, and as you can see behind me, we got some pickleball courts and some pickleball sounds. I'll go ahead and I'll turn the noise reduction on. So noise reduction is on now. Same background noise with the pickleball in the background, and now we have noise reduction turned on. So let me know what you guys think of the quality of the audio with the noise reduction on versus off. And again, that's a bunch of pickleball players going on back there. So that's what those sounds are from the pickleball court and that jet going by. All right, so I'm going to do a range test now of the GODOX Cube C. Again, same setup. Next to the pickleball courts are next to me, so quite a bit of noise. But I have noise reduction turned off now. And I'm just going to keep on walking. I think I did this test on the one with the Android USB-C phone receiver in the previous video. So again, that'll be linked in the video description if you guys want to check it out. Just holding the microphone off to the side here so my body doesn't block the Wi-Fi signal. And remember how far I got last time, but I can barely see the camera from where I'm standing. It's pretty far. So basically, if you can't see the camera, probably should not be going much further than that, or use a drone. But I think I'm about 150 meters away. So that should be a good enough test. We'll see if there was any breakup in that, and you guys can feel free to comment on how the audio sounds at a distance. But again, noise reduction was not on, and I'm right next to the pickleball courts there, just off to my right. So again, let me know what you guys think in the comments.